Welcome, ladies and
The
gentlemen.
following contest is a triple threat match that is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
To clash at the Castle live in the Celtic Park Arena here in Scotland. And ladies and gentlemen, kicking things off is the Intercontinental Triple Threat match, where Ilya Dragunov got thrown into this match by our Raw General Manager, Adam Pearce.
Introducing the challenger from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, Ilya Dragunov.
Because Logan Paul, the Intercontinental Champion, took out Ilya 2 weeks ago when Dragunov faced off against McIntyre in that #1 contendership match. Now Ilya Dragunov wants gold, but ladies and gentlemen, this man also wants gold. Because, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Scottish hero in Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, like I said just a couple minutes ago, won that #1 contendership match 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. And now he's looking.
And introducing the challenger from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
To get some gold around his waist. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be easy, because here comes the Intercontinental Champion, the Maverick, and Logan Paul.
And introducing the champion from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 205 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul defeated Dominic Mysterio at Backlash a month ago to gain that Intercontinental Championship. But ladies and gentlemen, this is his first defense, and it might be the hardest defense in his career. Let's get into this triple threat match for the prestigious Intercontinental Championship. Dragunov, McIntyre, and Logan Paul. And this match is underway. And these two men, Breakker and McIntyre and Dragunov, do not have any love for each other after that one-on-one match they had 2 weeks ago, still boiling over. Now McIntyre taking it to the Intercontinental Champion. Big reversal by Paul, big reversal by McIntyre. Now look at Ilya Dragunov taking it to McIntyre, but now McIntyre takes out Ilya. There's Logan Paul bringing in the kendo stick. And now big boot by Dragunov, and now McIntyre's back up, sending McIntyre off the ropes. Big punch by McIntyre. And now McIntyre gets caught by Paul with the stalling suplex down on the Scottish hero. And now look out, Logan Paul getting reversed by McIntyre. And now McIntyre going to the outside, going underneath the ring. What does McIntyre have in mind? Grabbing a baseball bat. And now look at Dragunov with the submission on Logan, but Logan gets out of it quickly. And now McIntyre lays out Dragunov. And now Logan takes out the leg of McIntyre. And McIntyre lays out the Intercontinental Champion. But now Drew taking it to the Mad Dragon. Big reversal by Ilya though. And now McIntyre sends Ilya into the corner. And look at McIntyre just clubbing blows to Ilya Dragunov. And now Claymore to the Intercontinental Champion. Ilya trying to take advantage. McIntyre immediately broke up that pin and now powerbombing the Mad Dragon. Now going for the pin on Ilya Dragunov for the Intercontinental title. And Ilya kicks out. Now Logan Paul's back inside this match. Big fall and down goes Ilya. And now Logan Paul, Irish ripping, Ilya ducked under, big clothesline. And now McIntyre getting back inside the ring, breaking up the pin. And now what does McIntyre have in mind? Into the gauntlet powerbomb. And now there's a kendo stick once again, but McIntyre lays out Ilya Dragunov. And now grabbing the steel bat, down goes McIntyre. Ilya just launching his body at Drew McIntyre. Big kick to the midsection, down goes Ilya. And now McIntyre controlling this match. And now another kendo stick in the matchup. Back by Logan Paul. And now McIntyre sends Paul outside the ring. Ilya gets up. And now look at Ilya with the powerbomb down on McIntyre. Going for the pin. Is this gonna be enough? And no, Logan Paul's there to break it up. And now look at Paul off the ropes with the splash on McIntyre. And now what does Logan have in mind? Going to the top rope, Ilya with the sledgehammer. And now there's the axe handle. And now going for the pin on Ilya Dragunov. Is this gonna be enough? There's two and a kick out by the Mad Dragon. And now Logan Paul with Ilya on his shoulder, but Ilya takes down Logan Paul. But now Logan gets back up here. McIntyre's back inside the ring. Big elbow connecting with both men, and now Ilya gets up McIntyre. Ilya's the only one standing here in this match. And now McIntyre sent off the ropes. Ilya with the pin. Ilya got broken up by McIntyre. And now McIntyre with the Claymore. And Logan Paul going for the pin. Ilya's down after the Glasgow kiss, and McIntyre was milliseconds away from capturing the Intercontinental Championship. But now Ilya Dragunov reversing McIntyre. McIntyre reversing Ilya. And there's a knockout punch. And now McIntyre rolls up Ilya. Ilya Dragunov just got knocked out by Logan Paul. But McIntyre can't win the Intercontinental Championship. Kick to the midsection. McIntyre pushing away Ilya. And now Ilya Dragunov. McIntyre going right back at it. Big elbow connecting. Big elbow. And now look at McIntyre rolling up Logan Paul. Referee wasn't in position. And now there's the boot. Referee wasn't in position. Drew McIntyre might have won the Intercontinental Championship if it wasn't for Jessica Cole not being in position. Kick to the midsection, and now down goes Ilya Dragunov, and now McIntyre just wearing out the kendo sticks on the bodies of Logan Paul and Ilya Dragunov. There's the Glasgow kiss connecting to Logan. Is this going to be enough? There's two and a kick out by Logan. And now Logan reversing Ilya or Drew McIntyre. And now going for that pin on McIntyre and a breakup by Ilya. And now look at Ilya ducking the brass knuckles. Down goes Logan Paul. Claymore to Ilya, the Intercontinental Champion. Well, outside the ring, McIntyre is the Intercontinental Champion. Off the Claymore, pinning Ilya Dragunov.
Here's your winner and new WWE Intercontinental Champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre coming out of Scotland, out of his hometown with the Intercontinental Championship. What an opening match, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, the tag titles are on the line. Congratulations once again to Drew McIntyre. But ladies and gentlemen, we are back live in Scotland after that instant classic of the opening contest. But now we're moving into the tag team championships where the Street Profits are up and they want the smoke here in Scotland. The Street Profits earning this opportunity after defeating the Wyatt Six. 3 weeks ago on SmackDown. And now Dawkins and Ford are looking for some tag championships here in Universe mode. But they can't overlook the champions, because here comes the tag team champions, Brutus Creed and Julius Creed, the Creed brothers. And ladies and gentlemen, the Creed brothers winning those titles at Backlash, getting into that tag team title match by putting on one hell of a match with the Wyatt Six. But now the Creed brothers in their first title defense as champions is against Triple Crown champion and the Street Profits, ladies and gentlemen. But now, ladies and gentlemen, that's what they're fighting for, the tag team championships. And let's take you down to Mike Rome for the introductions.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 492 pounds, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the Street Profits. opponents, at a combined weight of 515 pounds, the WWE Tag Team Champions, Brutus and Julius, the Creed Brothers.
And now the Creeds handing over the titles to Charles Robinson, who will be the referee for this matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get this tag team match underway. Angelo Dawkins and Julius Creed starting it out here. Angelo Dawkins, Irish whipping Julius into the corner. Now here comes the stomps by Angelo. And now Angelo Dawkins picks up Julius, sending him into the Street Profits corner. Tags to Montez. And now the Street Profits with the frog splash, looking to show off their teamwork here in Scotland. And ladies and gentlemen, this crowd has been hot from the beginning. And now Ford dropping the axe handle on Julius Creed. And now going up to the second rope, Montez Ford getting reversed. And now here comes Julius Creed with the punch. And now there's the neck breaker, down goes Ford. Dropping the elbow on Montez. And now Julius Creed stomping the shoulder of Ford. Big kick to the head. Montez Ford sends Julius into the corner, tags to Angelo. And now the frequent tags of the Street Profits playing a dividend in this match. And now the Street Profits in control. And now locking in the submission on Julius Creed. But Creed getting out of it quickly. Big punch. And now Julius Creed dropping the atomic bomb to Angelo, down with the clothesline. Now tags in his brother Brutus into a reversal by Angelo. And now Angelo sends Brutus into the corner. Big reversal by Brutus. And now Brutus with the snap suplex on Angelo. And now both teams on the outside now getting back inside the ring. And now Angelo goes to the apron, hanging up Brutus on the top rope. Now climbing to the top rope is Angelo Dawkins. Big axe handle, down goes Brutus, going for the pin. And a kick out at one by Brutus. Big punch, and now Brutus finds the reversal. Into the corner of the Creeds goes Angelo, tags in Julius. And now Julius Creed and Brutus Creed showing off their teamwork of the Creed brothers. And now the knees to the ribs of Angelo Dawkins. And now Angelo Dawkins off the ropes, big snapmare by Julius. Stomp to the arm, and now Julius Creed getting reversed by Angelo. Gets up Julius Creed into the Street Profits corner. And now big reversal by Julius into the corner of the Creed brothers. Big punch by Angelo. And now Angelo tags in Montez Ford. And now Ford is a legal competitor. What does Ford have in mind? Up goes Julius. Hurricane Rana by Ford. What athleticism Montez Ford is showing here. Stomping the arm. And now Ford off the ropes into the senton. And now Montez Ford gets Julius Creed in position, head first into the corner. And now Montez Ford getting reversed by Julius Creed, down with the reverse neck breaker. And now big punch by Julius. And now Julius has the snap suplex delivered on 4. Tagging in Brutus Creed here in this matchup. The frequent tags of both teams. Big reversal by Ford. And now Ford with the punch. And now into a back body drop. No. Brutus used his weight to reverse that hold. And now Brutus dropping a massive elbow off the top to the outside and dropping another one now. And now Brutus Creed gets up Montez Ford, sending him back inside the ring. And now, ladies and gentlemen, what does Brutus Creed have in mind? Into the gun, a race lock, suplex by Brutus. Going, turning around Ford, and now ranking on the neck of Montez. Big knee, no. Ford finds the reversal. Big knee by Ford. Brutus finds the reversal as well. Into the corner goes Ford, and now Brutus was delivering the chops. Ford got the boot up though. And now off the ropes, down goes Ford. Going for the pin. Is this gonna be enough? And a kick out by Montez Ford. And now Ford sent into the corner, tags in Julius. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the teamwork of the Creed brothers coming into play here. And now Julius feeling the heat, tags in Angelo Dawkins. And now Dawkins got caught with the belly to belly by Julius Creed. Getting up Angelo Dawkins into another belly to belly. Coming up Angelo Dawkins into another snapmare suplex. And this has all been Julius Creed in the mid-part of this matchup. And now look at Julius Creed getting up Angelo Dawkins, but Brutus Creed getting involved. But now Julius Creed into another belly to belly. Into a moonsault, and now Brutus Creed back up on the apron. Julius Creed sends Angelo into the corner. And now a count of 7 by Charles Robinson. Julius Creed back inside the ring. Angelo Dawkins gets back inside the ring. Big shoulder tackle avoided, bulldog by Angelo. And now Angelo, big punch, and now the combination of Angelo. Tags in Montez Ford, and now Montez Ford's the legal man. Head first goes Julius. And now Montez getting reversed by Julius Creed. Down goes Ford. And now Ford getting caught, getting thrown by Julius. And this has been a back and forth tag team match, ladies and gentlemen. Into the corner goes the Creeds. Tags to the Brutus Creed, and ladies and gentlemen, Brutus ball off the top rope, going for the pin to retain the tag team championships. There's only a 1 count by Montez Ford. And now Angelo Dawkins throwing the Creeds to the outside. And now the Street Profits standing tall here in this matchup. And now look out, Ford going to the top rope, axe handle, down goes Brutus. And now Brutus Creed and Montez Ford tags, or sending Angelo into the corner. And now Ford getting reversed DDT by Angelo. Big reversal by Montez Ford, reversing Dawkins here. And now what does Ford have in mind? Kick to the midsection. Up goes the Brutus Creed. And down face first into the turnbuckle. And now Ford takes down Brutus Creed once again. And now inside Gary, Brutus though finds a reversal. And now sending Ford into the corner. Tags and Julius. And now it's Julius' turn for a Brutus ball off the top rope. Going for the pin. Ladies and gentlemen, the Creeds almost had this match won. But Ford kicked out, and now Julius sends Ford into the corner, but Ford finds the reversal. Big form, and now Ford trying to make it to Angelo, and he does. Tags in Dawkins. Big shoulder tackle, down goes Dawkins. Tags in Brutus Creed, and now here comes Brutus, here comes Angelo. Into the double hook. Suplex, down goes Angelo. And now Brutus Creed has Angelo sent into the corner of the Creeds. Tags in Julius. And ladies and gentlemen, we saw this earlier in the match. Down goes Brutus. And now the knees by the Creeds. Just overpowering the Street Profits here in this matchup. And now there's the elbow by Julius Creed going for the pin. And there's Montez Ford breaking it up. And now Julius Creed gets up Angelo. Julius sends Angelo into the corner. Big reversal by Angelo. Into the corner now of the Street Profits. And now Angelo Dawkins tags in Montez Ford. And ladies and gentlemen, the Street Profits closing in on another tag team title. Kick to the midsection. And now Ford goes to the top rope. Montez Ford from the heavens. Going for the pin. Brutus Creed is there immediately to break it up. And now Montez Ford sends Julius in the corner, tags to Angelo. And ladies and gentlemen, the Street Profits are trying to turn the tides back into their favor here. And now Angelo Dawkins with Julius Creed sending him back inside the ring. Not letting Julius gain any time to recover here. Kick to the back. And now knee to the back, but now Julius rolls up Angelo. And a kick out by Dawkins. And now Dawkins gets up here. Brutus with the cheap shot. But Julius gets back inside the ring into the abdominal stretch to Julius Creed. The abdominal stretch. But Julius gets out of it into the head scissor. And now Julius, Angelo getting back that cheap shot, but Brutus once again cheap shotting Angelo Dawkins. Tags in Brutus Creed now. And now there's a senton by Brutus. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very back and forth match. Big reversal into the roll up on Brutus. Is this gonna be enough? And now a kick out by Brutus. Big reversal. The punch didn't land. Into the corner. Tags to Julius. And now Julius takes down Angelo Dawkins once again. And now Julius Creed with punches to the face of Angelo Dawkins. Gets up Dawkins now. And now Dawkins sent into the corner of the Creeds. And the Creeds has been very dominant, cutting off this half of the ring. Big elbow into the face of Angelo. And now Julius Creed sending Angelo into the corner. Angelo, though, finds the reversal. Angelo plants Julius with the power bomb, but Brutus Creed's already there to break it up. But now Angelo sets up Julius Creed for the silencer, going for the pin for the Street Profits to become tag team champions, and Julius kicks out. And now Angelo getting reversed by Julius. And now Julius tags in Brutus Creed here. And now Brutus, full head of steam into the shoulder tackle. And now Brutus Creed takes down Angelo Dawkins. And now Brutus Creed sending Angelo into the corner. Turning around Angelo. And now what does Brutus have in mind? Face first goes Dawkins. Going for the pin to defeat the Street Profits. There's two, and a kick out by Dawkins. And now Dawkins could be in trouble, getting sent into the corner. Big right hands by Brutus Creed. Headbutt, down goes Dawkins. And now full head of steam, Brutus Creed lining up Angelo for the knee. And now Brutus Creed, miscommunication with Julius, tags in Montez Ford. And now Ford's legal, big punches. And now German suplex, down goes Ford. And now tags in Julius. And ladies and gentlemen, this might be the beginning of the end. Into a Brutus ball by Julius Creed. Going for the pin. Is this gonna be enough? And no, Angelo broke up the pin. And now Julius Creed wrenching on the leg of Montez Ford. But Ford kicks off Julius Creed. And now Ford trying to hype up in this match, but that might have cost him. Cartwheel, and now, oh, there's a clothesline to Montez Ford. There's two, and the Creed brothers retain their tag team championships.
Here are your winners, and still
What a match.
WWE Tag Team Champions, Brutus and Julius, the Creed Brothers.
But the Creeds are still your tag team champions, heading out of Scotland. And we are back here live in Scotland.
Is scheduled for one fall, and is for the WWE Women's World Championship.
And you heard it from Mike Rome. This is for the Women's World Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes Rhea Bloody Ripley. Three weeks ago, Rhea Ripley defeated Alexa Bliss to end this opportunity. And now Rhea Ripley looking to gain another World Championship reign here in Universe Mode. And now Rhea Ripley getting one hell of a reception from the Scottish crowd. But ladies and gentlemen, Rhea Ripley has one hell of an opponent to come up against, because she have to face the woman who defeated Jada Porker at Backlash, Reign the Heir of Jade, ladies and gentlemen. Cora Jade won the Women's Championship at Backlash and then took a small hiatus. She hasn't appeared since episode 12 Monday Night Raw, where she lost to Lyra Valkyria. But ladies and gentlemen, this will be one hell of a Women's World Championship match. Rhea Bloody Ripley and Cora Jade. Mike Rome, take it away.
Introducing the challenger from Adelaide, Australia, Rhea Ripley. And her opponent from Chicago, Illinois, the WWE Women's World Champion, Cora Jade.
Is Cora Jade holding the Women's World Championship for the last time? Or can can Cora Jade defeat the megastar and Rhea Ripley? Let's get in to this matchup. And this match is underway. Big chop by Cora Jade, but now look at Rhea Ripley with the clotheslines down on Cora Jade, and now turning Cora with the drop kick down on Jade. And now Rhea Ripley taking it to Cora Jade here. And now stomping out the Women's World Champion is Rhea Ripley. And now Jade get up, and there's a head bump by Rhea Ripley. And if you are Cora Jade, you cannot let Rhea Ripley build momentum here. And that's what Cora Jade doing. There's the Ensege down on Rhea. And now Cora Jade locking in the submission on Rhea Ripley. Big reversal, getting out of it quickly. And now Cora Jade rolling go Rhea Ripley, trying to end this matchup as quickly as possible. And Rhea Ripley kicked out. And now Cora Jade cannot let Rhea gain momentum here in this match. Big kick by Rhea. And there's the headbutt once again. But Cora gets right back up to her feet. Down goes Rhea Ripley with the chop block. And now Cora Jade getting the offensive here. Punches to the face of Rhea. Big kick to Cora Jade. And now look at Rhea Ripley with punches straight to Cora. And now there's the combinations that Cora wanted to avoid. Rhea Ripley just building momentum here in this match. And now Rhea Ripley once again delivering sharp knees to the sternum of the Women's Champion. But ladies and gentlemen, we still have one hell of a match card still to come. Big reversal. And now look at Cora Jade has Rhea Ripley by the hair, driving her face first into the corner. But Ripley gets out of it quickly. Big reversal by Cora Jade. Big reversal by Rhea Ripley. And now look at Ripley with Cora in the electric chair drop, driving Cora face first into the mat. going for the pin. There's two, and Rhea Bailey. Cora Jade Bailey getting the shoulder up here. But now Cora Jade finding the reversal. Kick to the midsection. And now Rhea Ripley and Cora Jade trading blows here in this match. Both women throwing haymakers at one another. Both women want the Women's World Championship. But now Cora Jade delivering an extra shot. Rhea Ripley getting caught with another shot. And now Lizzie and Sid Gary by Cora Jade going for the pin on Rhea Bloody Ripley. And a kick out. A dominant kick out. And now look at Rhea Ripley. Caught Cora Jade with the Riptide. Stacking up the Women's World Champion and a kick out by Jade. And now Rhea Ripley in control, but Jade fighting out of it. Down goes Jade. And now Rhea Ripley with punches to the face. And now just slapping Cora Jade is the megastar in Rhea Ripley. Big elbow reverser. And now Cora with the slam down. And now what does Rhea have in store? Cora for a head of steam. Rhea caught Cora out of the corner. And now Cora Jade got caught with the headbutt. Big reversal by Jade. Rhea plants Cora. And now Rhea Ripley in full control of this match. Kick to the midsection. Rhea Ripley with the Riptide in this match. And now Rhea Ripley gets up Cora Jade. Might listen to the Scotland crowd. Setting it up for another Riptide in this match. The third one. Is this enough for the Women's Championship? And yes, it is. Dominant performance by Rhea Bloody Ripley.
And the new WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
And now Rhea Ripley once again securing the Women's World Championship in dominating fashion. What a match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live in Scotland.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
And it's time for the United States Championship match. And here comes the challenger in Finn Balor. And if you guys remember how this match got official. Because Finn Balor took on Roman Reigns on the SmackDown after Backlash. Defeated Roman Reigns. Roman showed respect to Finn Balor. And then the following week, Finn Balor went face to face with Carmelo Hayes, wanting to have it on SmackDown. Carmelo Hayes never appeared, and Nick Aldis granted Finn Balor the United States title opportunity here tonight against Carmelo Hayes. But this new attitude of Finn Balor, ladies and gentlemen, have been dominant, because ever since Finn Balor have brought out this new persona, he defeated Eddie Thorpe, Roman Reigns, and other names like Seth Rollins, leaving the Judgment Day behind. But ladies and gentlemen, still to come, Jade Cargill, the United States Champion, will take on Soruka for the Women's Championship. LA Knight will take on Braun Breaker for the WWE Championship in our main event. Jey Uso will challenge Gunther in an Extreme Rules match for the World Heavyweight Championship. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get out the United States Champion, who haven't had much success here of late because the Go Home show to SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. Carmella Hayes lost to AJ Styles in what was one hell of a match. And then Carmella Hayes has won the match against R-Truth to win the United States Championship, and really hasn't done much since. But now Carmella Hayes looking to retain his United States Championship, looking to build the reign of Hayes longer. But ladies and gentlemen, let's take it down to Mike Rome for the introductions.
Introducing the challenger. From Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor. And his opponent, from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, Carmella Hayes.
Carmella Hayes giving our referee the United States Championship here tonight. Jessica Core showing Finn the US title. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what they're fighting for here tonight. Let's get in to what will sure be one hell of a match. Hayes, Balor. And this match is underway. Big punch by Hayes. And now Balor getting caught in the race lock into the switch. And now into the headlock. And now Balor attacking Hayes with the knee to the face. And Balor has won the United States Championship once in his career, once before, trying to repeat history. And now Balor getting reversed by Hayes, getting the knee taken out. And now Hayes and Balor getting into the lockup once again. Big chop by Hayes. And now Hayes running full speed into the clothesline. Down goes Finn Balor into the moonsault by Hayes. And now the United States Champion going to the top rope. Finn Balor's in the drop zone, getting caught with the elbow drop. Going for the pin. Is this enough? And no, Balor with the kick out. And now Balor rolls to the outside. Carmella Hayes full head of steam. And now stopping the face of Finn Balor here. And now Balor getting his leg worked over by the United States Champion. Count of 4 by our referee. Count of 5 And now Carmelo's back inside the ring. Balor takes down Carmelo Hayes. And now Balor trying to build momentum here, getting up Carmelo. And now look at Balor delivering the missile drop kick. Showboating here in this match. Melo back up to his feet, planting Balor with the DDT. And now Melo gets Balor up. Balor got caught with the clothesline by Melo. And now what does Melo have in mind? Getting up the challenger here into the face plant by Melo. Going for the pin on Balor. There's two. And Balor barely getting the shoulder up. No way that was not three. Wait a minute. The Judgment's Day music's playing here. What in the hell? Carmelo Hayes almost had the United States Championship retained. Balor barely kicking out. And now Balor getting caught in the headlock. Face first goes Balor. Big reversal by Balor. And now Balor finding reversal here into the penalty kick. And now Balor climbs to the top rope. Carmelo gets up here. Carmelo getting up. Balor with the coup de grace to a standing Carmelo Hayes. Is this enough for the United States title? And Carmelo kicks out. And now Balor gets up Hayes. And now Balor with the STO takedown on Carmelo. And ladies and gentlemen, it has been one hell of a match here tonight for the United States Championship. And now Balor sends Hayes into the corner. Big chop off the ropes. And now Balor delivering the missile drop kick. And now Balor with Carmelo throwing him into the ropes. Balor ducked under, leapfrog, and now Balor with the sling blade down on the United States champion. And now Balor looking to close in on the United States Championship. Balor setting it up. Balor with the missile drop kick, sending Carmelo head first into the middle turnbuckle. Now climbing to the top rope. Balor getting almost taken off the top, and now into the swinging neckbreaker by Hayes. And now Carmelo Hayes off the apron into a senton. And now Hayes gets up, Finn Balor big punch, but now Balor finds the reversal. And now look out, Balor and Hayes trading blows in the middle of the apron, and now there's the Melo. Don't miss. Nothing but net. And a kick out by Balor. And now Balor and Hayes locking up here, but Hayes driving Balor. And now look at this. Carmelo was getting in the face of Jessica Core. Bot time for Finn Balor to deliver the 1916. Going for the pin. Finn Balor using the distraction that Carmelo used for his own ignorance. And now there's the double knees to the face of Melo. Now Balor going to the outside, climbing to the top rope. And ladies and gentlemen, Carmelo once again getting up in this match. Hayes got caught again with the double foot stomp by Finn Balor, going for the pin. There's two, and Balor can't put away Hayes. There was nothing behind that kick out. Double foot stomp, no. And now Hayes off the ropes into the kick. And now Hayes gets up the challenger here. Carmelo had nothing behind the kick out, and now trying to build momentum into the old Falcon era. And now Melo has Balor. Face first. And now Balor could be in trouble. Oh, there's the slam down. And now Melo climbs to the top rope. Melo with the elbow drop. Going for the pin to defeat Finn Balor. There's two. And a kick out by Finn. And now Balor caught with the moonsault. Now going for another pin attempt is the United States champion. And now Balor kicks out. And now Balor rolls up Carmelo Hayes for the United States championship. Is this enough? And another kick out by Carmelo Hayes. And now Carmelo getting stomped by Finn Balor. Big gain of offense here by the challenger of the United States Championship. Down with the elbow. And ladies and gentlemen, Finn Balor measuring up Carmelo Hayes. Down goes Hayes. And now into the elbow drop. Into another elbow drop. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Finn Balor and Carmelo Hayes putting on an instant classic here. And now Balor trying to set something up. Hayes rolling to the outside. And now what does Balor have in mind? Balor thought otherwise about it. And now Balor trying to get in the head of Hayes. And now Balor takes out the leg of Hayes. Both men wants the United States Championship. Only one can walk out with the US title though. Hayes face first into the corner. And now Balor taking out our announcer's table. And now Balor with Hayes on the announcer's table. Now getting up. Both men on the announcer's table. And now Balor getting reversed by Hayes. Big form by Hayes. Big reversal by Finn. A big punch by Hayes. And now look at Carmelo. Suplex off the announcer's table. Count of 7 by our referee. Finn Balor can't win the US title by count out or disqualification. Into the ring goes Carmelo. Count of 8. And now look at Hayes getting up. Count of 9. Balor with the drop kick. Big reversal by Hayes. And now look at Hayes with the... Ooh, Melo don't miss. Once again, going for the pin. And a kick out again by Balor. And now Hayes gets up. Balor once again. Balor though, finding elbows to the midsection. Big kick. And now Balor doing whatever it takes for the United States Championship. Down goes Hayes. And now Balor going to the apron. Balor scaling the top rope. But Balor thinking otherwise about it. What does Balor have in mind? There's a senton. And now, oh, there's the face taking out the knee of Hayes. And now Balor coup de grace from across the ring for the United States title. There's 2, and Balor is your new United States champion.
Here is your winner, and new WWE United States champion, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor captures the United States Championship here tonight. What a match. And we are back here live in Scotland. And ladies and gentlemen,
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Championship.
The WWE Women's Championship is on the line. And here comes the champion, and Saruka. Saruka has one hell of a match, one hell of an opponent here tonight. But Saruka just coming off of a big victory against Becky Lynch last night on SmackDown. But it hasn't all been ups for Saruka, because 2-3 weeks ago at this point, Jade Cargill delivered a vicious attack on Saruka, leaving her out of action for about 2 weeks. But now Saruka sets her attention to the United States champion. In Scotland, you better be prepared, because there's a storm brewing here tonight. And here comes the United States champion. Ladies and gentlemen, one hell of a United States title reign she is having here tonight. Because if you guys remember, on episode 8 of Universe Mode, Jade Cargill absolutely squashed Raquel Rodriguez, capturing that United States championship, and then the next week injuring the women's champion in dominating fashion. And now Jade Cargill looking to become double champion here in Universe Mode. And the crowd is booing the hell out of Jade Cargill, and I don't disagree. The way Jade's been acting has not been okay, especially injuring one of your fellow co-workers. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take it down to Mike Rome for the introductions to this championship match.
Introducing the challenger, from Orlando, Florida, the WWE Women's United States Champion, Jade Cargill. And her opponent, from Honolulu, Hawaii, the WWE Women's Champion, Saruka.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this might be match of the night. Saruka has been a dominant champion. Jade Cargill on a path of destruction. Charles Robertson rings the bell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember back on episode 13 about 2 weeks ago, Jade Cargill said she's going to become women's champion. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Jade Cargill gets up here. And now into the elbow collar tie-up. And you got to think, if Jade Cargill does not win here tonight, fans cannot trust a word she says. But now Saruka getting that cheap shot by Jade Cargill, but now pushing the powerhouse of Cargill back into the corner. And this is gonna be a dirty ass match. And now big reversal by both women into another elbow collar tie-up. But now look at Jade Cargill overpowering Saruka into the race lock. Into a race lock of Saruka now. And now there's the reversal by Jade Cargill with the choke out, and now just choking the champion. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been one hell of a pay-per-view here tonight, but it's just gonna get better, because still to come, the WWE Championship, LA Knight and Braun Breaker, and the World Heavyweight Championship will be defended in an Extreme Rules match. Jey Uso, Gunther. But we can't get distracted from this matchup. Sol Ruca, Jade Cargill for the Women's Championship, and it's been a very technical beginning to this matchup. Big knee by Sol Ruca gaining the upper hand, but now there's Jade Cargill delivering the kick. And now Jade getting caught by Sol Ruca into the roll-up on Jade to pin the Women's United States Champion. But Jade overpowering that pin, Sol Ruca reversing that pin. And now back and forth pin attempts by both women here. And now kick out by Jade. Kick by Sol Ruca, and now both of these women delivering haymakers here in this match. And now Sol Ruca teasing Jade Cargill, wanting her to hit it. And now there's the uppercut by Jade. And ladies and gentlemen, this might be the beginning of the end for Sol Ruca's women's title reign. There's the axe handle. No, Ruca finds the reversal. And now Ruca sends Cargill off the ropes. Leapfrog, ducked under. And now Sol Ruca drops. Oh, there's the slam. Down goes Jade Cargill. And now Sol Ruca gets up Jade Cargill. And down with the powerbomb. And now look at Ruca with the cross body. And now Sol Ruca building momentum. And now Cargill gets up in this match. Kick to the midsection. Flapjack by Ruca, going for the pin to defeat Jade Cargill. There's two and a kick out. A dominant kick out by Jade. And now look at Sol Ruca with the moonsault. Jade rolls out of harm's way. And now kick to the midsection. Sol Ruca with another flapjack. And now look at Ruca gets up Jade Cargill. Is Sol Ruca looking to snatch the soul of Jade, and Jade steps out of harm's way. And now Jade Cargill breaking the back of Sol Ruca. Jade Cargill was on the defensive for a little bit of that match. Sol Ruca, though, trying to build more offense here in this matchup, getting up the challenger and Jade Cargill. And now Sol Ruca sending Jade into the corner. And now look at Sol Ruca German out of the corner. Down goes Cargill. And now Sol Ruca goes to the top rope. Jade gets up on the outside. Sol Ruca with the crossbody. And now look at Jade Cargill on the defensive. This has been mostly Sol Ruca. Back and forth match though. Into the ring goes both women. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what you want to see. Our women stealing the show. And there's a clothesline. No, there's a clothesline. Sol Ruca though, ducked in, flapjack. Once again, going for the pin on Jade Cargill. There's two, and a kick out again. And now the frustration of Sol Ruca coming into play. Big reversal by Jade Cargill. And now look at Jade Cargill firing up in this match. Big uppercut, down goes Sol Ruca. And now Jade Cargill trying to get in the head of Sol Ruca once again. And now look at Jade coming to the apron. What does Jade have in mind? Jade with the crossbody, down goes Soruka. And ladies and gentlemen, Jade Cargill gets up, Soruka, big punch. And this might be the beginning of the end. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the Jaded by Jade Cargill. There's two, and Soruka kicks out. Nobody's kicked out of the Jaded until Soruka. And now the WWE Universe wants these women to fight forever. And I agree with this match. But now another Jaded by Jade Cargill. No way Soul kicks out of two. And yes, she does. Soruka kicks out of another Jaded. And now the frustration for Jade Cargill. Going up to the top rope, there's the frog splash. And now Jade Cargill trying to figure out what she needs to do to put away Soruka. And now there's the boots, big elbow by Soruka. Forehead of steam, big punch. And now Soruka climbs to the middle rope. Soruka moonsault to Jade Cargill. Picture perfect moonsault to Jade Cargill. And now Soruka gets up, the United States champion. Down with the powerbomb, going for the pin. There's two, and Jade kicks out. And ladies and gentlemen, both women giving it their all in this match. Forehead of steam, launching the monkey flip to Jade Cargill. And now Soruka with another monkey flip. And now look at Soruka looking to snatch the soul of Jade Cargill. And no, Jade finds the reversal. And now Jade dragging the lifeless body of Soruka. And look at Jade stalking Soruka into a third Jaded. Going for the pin for the Women's United States Championship. And Soruka kicks out. What in the hell is Soruka made of? Jade Cargill cannot believe it. Big knee by Jade. And now Soruka with the kick up. Jade Cargill misses a crossbody. And now look at Soruka trying to get something going. Off the rope sends Jade, and what a boot. Going for the pin off the big boot. There's two, and Soruka again kicks out. Jade Cargill, the frustration is taking over in this match. Jade Cargill has thrown everything at the women's champion. 3 Jadeds, a big boot, and now Jade Cargill gets up the Women's United States Women's Champion, and now Jade Cargill has Soruka with the 4th Jaded, going for the pin. No way. Soruka kicks out of 4, and Jade Cargill is double champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill.
You gotta give. And we are back live in Scotland, but you gotta give it to Soruka.
Is scheduled for one fall, and is for the undisputed WWE Championship.
For the hell of a performance Soruka gave in that women's championship match. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the WWE Championship match. Here comes LA Knight. And if you guys remember, ladies and gentlemen, LA Knight won that Fatal 4-Way match to end this opportunity But this is not the only time LA Knight defeated a win over Bron Breakker, because episode 6, LA Knight defeated Bron Breakker in singles action, and that was before Backlash. And now the Megastar looking to defeat Bron Breakker once again and capturing his first World Championship here in Universe mode. But ladies and gentlemen, here comes the unpredictable badass. Here comes the WWE Champion. Bron Breakker. And if you guys remember last night on SmackDown, Bron Breakker defeated Solo Sikoa. But that's not the only time Bron Breakker has gotten into the bloodline, into the Anoa'i family. Because episode 13, Bron Breakker, Omos, one-on-one. Omos put one hell of a fight against Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker did come out victorious though, and face-to-face with Roman Reigns after the match. Roman's making his intentions clear that he wants the World Championship. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this matchup. Mike. Let's take it down to the announcer to announce this match.
Introducing the challenger from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds, LA Knight. And his opponent from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, Bron Breakker.
And ladies and gentlemen, Bron Breakker handing over the WWE Championship. Referee holding up the prestigious World Championship. And let's get into this match. LA Knight, Bron Breakker. And Breakker coming out of the gate strong. LA Knight though finds the chop, but now here comes Breakker with the punches. Knight trying to drop the knee. Breakker though finding the reversal axe handle, and now look at Breakker. Up goes Knight and down with the knee to the ribs. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been one hell of a pay-per-view. But now Breakker and Knight into the elbow collar tie-up. Breakker just pushing off LA Knight. And if you think Knight has the power advantage, you are wrong, ladies and gentlemen. LA Knight. Oh, there's the cheap shot by Bron Breakker. The WWE Champion would do whatever it takes to retain his title. And now look at Breakker taking it to LA Knight. And now look at Breakker on the top rope. Hurricane on, and now Knight finds the reversal. And now Knight with the axe handle down on Breakker. And now drops the knee. And now Breakker takes Knight out. And now stomping the ankle of Knight. What does Knight have in mind? Big kick. Breakker finds the reversal and down already with the clothesline. And now look out, Breakker in the corner, setting up the spear, but Knight finds the reversal. And now look at Knight on the apron. Looking to take flight here in this match. What a drop kick on the WWE champion. But Breakker takes down LA Knight. And now Breakker finds the reversal on LA Knight, sending Knight off the ropes. Big knee by LA Knight. Getting that separation. Big choke slam by Breakker. And now there's the axe handle. And now both men are giving this fast-paced matchup. Both men want the WWE Championship. Both men are looking to become champion. Breakker looking to retain champion. What a reversal pin. Knight had to reverse that pin. Breakker got out of it. What a drop kick connecting to Braun Breakker. And now look at LA Knight with the elbow drop. And now look at Breakker, could be in trouble. LA Knight measuring up the champion. Big elbow. Clothesline avoided. Big reversal by Breakker. Kick to the midsection. BFT by LA Knight. There's two, and Breakker kicks out. The BFT. How Breakker lost to LA Knight the first time. And now Breakker takes out the leg of LA Knight. And now Breakker goes to the corner. Breakker with the spear to LA Knight. Going for the pin after the spear. Is this going to be enough? John Cone in position and a kick out by LA. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been a chaotic episode. Big reversal. And now look at Breakker. Gets up LA Knight. Knees to the gut. And now Breakker measuring up LA Knight. Once again, LA Knight got speared out of his boots. Going for the pin is Breakker to retain against LA Knight. There's two, and Breakker retains.
Here is your winner, and still the undisputed WWE Champion, Braun Breakker.
Braun Breakker proving points, showing Roman Reigns why he is WWE Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for main event of the evening.
Is an Extreme Rules match and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
And it is for the World Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes a man that's been in a different kind of mood here lately. Here comes Jey Uso. Main event, Jey Uso. Episode 7 of Monday Night Raw. Takes out Penta backstage and then destroys Penta in the main event of episode 7. And then a week later, Penta was named injured. Haven't seen him in action since. And then Jey Uso took out Gunther, absolutely obliterating the world champion. And the following week, Jey Uso took on Ludwig Kaiser, defeated Ludwig in a singles match, and then Ludwig did not like the outcome of that match, laid out Jey Uso. And on this past episode of Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, Gunther had a match scheduled against CM Punk, but the Titan of Jey Uso played. Gunther felt the presence of Jey Uso, laid out Jey Uso, made him pass out. Jey Uso was trying to get that sneak attack ahead of this bout here tonight. Our general manager Adam Pearce had enough of it and made this into an Extreme Rules match. But now, ladies and gentlemen, Gunther, Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship in our main event of the evening.
Introducing the challenger from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds. Main event, Jey Uso.
Jey Uso.
And his opponent from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds. The World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther!
Wants the world title. Gunther is going to do whatever it takes to retain. But now, ladies and gentlemen, Charles Robertson is the referee for our main event. No disqualifications, no countouts. Big punch by Uso. And now Uso takes it to the world champion. Big clothesline, down goes Gunther. And you know this match wasn't gonna stay inside the ring for long. And there's the Prime bottle, the Prime hydration unit. Jey Uso taking advantage of. Big kick by Uso, but now Gunther takes advantage of Uso. And now Uso takes advantage of Gunther. Big shot by Gunther. And now Gunther has Uso, sending him back inside the ring. And ladies and gentlemen, these guys could kill each other for the world title here tonight. But now there's a submission, looking to tap out Uso here tonight, early in this matchup. But Uso finds the reversal, getting out of it quickly. Gunther now into the headlock, goes Uso into the corner. Big reversal by Uso. Big drop kick, down goes Gunther. And now look at Uso bringing out weapons, bringing out a ladder. Gunther bringing out a sledgehammer. And now Jey bringing out a table. And now there's Gunther with the sledgehammer. And there's Uso taking out Gunther. And now Gunther sends Uso, or Uso sends Gunther into the ring. And now Uso setting up that table on the outside, throwing the ladder in the face of Gunther. Super kick, down goes Gunther. And now Jey setting up that ladder, Gunther with the dropkick. And now Gunther, look at the power just throwing around Uso. And now Uso could be in trouble. Gunther turning around Uso, but Uso takes down Gunther. And now Gunther is down. Uso. Big punch. Gunther now with the chop. And now looking to the Boston Crab. Trying to lock in the Boston Crab. Jay's fighting it. But now look at Jay trying to get out of the Boston Crab. Trying to get Gunther down, and yes, he does. Big punch by Uso. And now Gunther is in trouble. What a neck breaker. And now Uso gets up the ring general. And now look at Jay climbing to the top of the ladder. Gunther is following Jay. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what we mean by these men can kill each other. Swinging neck breaker. Gunther pushed off Jay. And now Gunther climbs to the top of the ladder. Gunther with the elbow drop off the top of the ladder. And a kick out by Uso. And now Gunther gets up. Uso though got caught. And now Gunther powerbomb on the ladder. Jay could be out cold. And a kick out by Uso. How in the hell did Jay kick out? Powerbomb on the ladder. And now Uso finding the reversal on Gunther, sending Gunther into the corner. Up on the top goes Gunther. And now Jey Uso looking to inflict the same punishment as Gunther just did. But no, there's Gunther. Once again, powerbomb on the ladder. And now Gunther gets up Uso. Big reversal by Uso. Big punch. And now Uso. Down goes Gunther. And now where is Uso going? Gunther's on the ladder. Uso. Headbutt on the ladder. There's the atomic drop by Uso. Super kick on Gunther. And now Gunther climbing to the apron. Clothesline. Gunther is outside the ring. Uso trying to take flight. There's the senton by Gunther. And now Gunther with the steel chair. Oh, attacking the midsection now of Jay. There's the single leg drop, no. And now look at Gunther. Clothesline turning Jay inside out. And now Gunther sends the table inside the ring. What does Gunther have in mind? Jay hasn't moved from that clothesline. And now Jay is trying to get up here. Drop kick by both men. Both men were thinking the same thing. Bulldog by Jay. And now look at Jay. Looking to redecorate the ringside area. Big punch. And now Jay with the right hand. Down goes Gunther. And now Jay setting up the table. Gunther is there. Gunther gets reversed by Uso. And now Jay sends Gunther into the ladder. Big chop against Gunther's chest. And now Jay has Gunther powerbomb through the table. Earth-shattering powerbomb. And now look at Uso. Saying why the hell not? Uso splash for the Raw title. These two in a kick out by Gunther. And now Jay setting up the ladder once again, super kick. And now Gunther rolls up Jay. Gunther rolls up Jay. And a reversal of the peg. Jay for the world title. Jay with the world championship. And now Jey Uso walking out with the world title. Gunther's hurt. Gunther's injured. The medical team. But thank you for watching Clash at the Castle. We will catch you for Monday Night Raw very shortly.